Hello everyone, this is Minakshi Dilip Birari, working as assistant professor in chemistry at Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Nasik. We know that ammonia, sulfuric acid and nitric acid are some basic chemicals which are produced by chemical industry, and these chemicals are used directly or indirectly as a fertilizers or as a intermediates for the preparation of other chemicals. So, similar to sulfuric acid, nitric acid is also an important product of chemical industry. In previous lectures, we have studied the manufacture of sulfuric acid by contact process and also the physico-chemical principles involved in the manufacture of sulfuric acid. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss the manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald's process. Nitric acid is a strong mineral acid and it is a monobasic acid. It is a strong oxidizing agent and it can be oxidize the metals and non-metals easily. Nitric acid is a colorless liquid that is used in the manufacture of inorganic and organic nitrates and nitro compounds for fertilizers, dyes, intermediates, explosives and many different organic chemicals. It is used in synthetic fibers, dyestuffs, explosives, plastics, drugs, etc. It is also used in the manufacture of nitrogen fertilizers like ammonium nitrate and mixed fertilizers like nitrophosphates. Manufacture of nitric acid on commercial scale, it can be prepared by using these methods. These are Chile saltpeter method by NaNO3, Brickland and Ide process by using air, Ostwald's method by using ammonia. Nitric acid was prepared by J.R. Glauber by distilling a mixture of KNO3 and H2SO4. Then on commercial scale it can be prepared by using these methods. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss the manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald's method by using ammonia. Ammonia oxidation method or nitric acid manufacture by using Ostwald's process. It is a modern method. This method involves the oxidation of NH3 to nitric oxide, which is further oxidized to nitrogen dioxide NO2. NO2 on absorption in water gives HNO3. So what is the principle? Before we get into the different steps, let us quickly understand the principle or mechanism behind the Ostwald's process. The conversion of ammonia to nitric acid simply occurs as a result of oxidation. This particular oxidation reaction gives us the corresponding nitric oxide, that is NO. Further, when the nitric oxide is oxidized, nitrous gases are formed and those gases can trap water molecule. As a result, we obtain nitric acid. The catalytic oxidation involving O2 is used where the ammonia will give rise to the product. So, ammonia oxidation method or Ostwald's process, it is a modern method of manufacture of nitric acid. This method involves the various steps, that is NH3, ammonia is converted to NO, then NO is converted to NO2 and further NO2 is converted to HNO3. So, in this oxidation of NH3 to nitric oxide, which is further oxidized to nitrogen dioxide, and NO2 absorption in water gives HNO3. So, what are the raw materials involved in the manufacture of nitric acid? Anhydrous ammonia, that is dry ammonia, air, pure air, water and platinum rhodium catalyst, platinum rhodium wire gauge as a catalyst are required for the manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald's process. So these are the important raw materials used in the manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald's process: anhydrous ammonia, air, water, platinum rhodium wire gauge, which is used as a catalyst. Ostwald's process involves the following steps. First, oxidation of ammonia to nitric oxide with air or oxygen in presence of platinum rhodium catalyst. Oxidation of nitric oxide to nitrogen dioxide. And the third step, that is absorption of NO2 by water. In the last step is carried out in air. Synthetically, nitric acid is obtained by the following reactions. So, for the first step, that is oxidation of ammonia to nitric oxide with air or oxygen in presence of platinum rhodium catalyst, such a type of the reaction occurs, that is 4NH3 plus 5O2 give the formation of 4NO plus 6H2O. Then the second step, that is oxidation of nitric oxide to nitrogen dioxide. So it involves twice NO plus O2 give the formation of twice NO2. And the third step, absorption of NO2 by water. So this NO2 absorbs the water and there is the formation of twice HNO3. If the last step is carried out in air, then 4NO2 combines with air O2 in the presence of water, moist air, there is the formation of 4HNO3. So these are the chemical reactions which are present in the Ostwald's process for the manufacture of nitric acid. Oxidation of ammonia to nitric oxide with air. Second step, oxidation of nitric oxide to nitrogen dioxide. And third step, absorption of NO2 by water. Now let us see the process of manufacture of HNO3 in detail. In the manufacture of nitric acid, the ammonia, it is used as a raw material. So already in previous lectures we have studied the manufacture of ammonia by Haber's process. So ammonia is prepared by Haber's process, is scrubbed with sodium hydroxide and then freed from water by refrigeration. Ammonia is purified from oil and Fe2O3. Purified ammonia is vaporized in a continuous steam evaporator. Then another raw material, that is air, is compressed to 6.8 atmospheres, filtered and preheated to about 300 degrees Celsius by passing through a heat exchanger. Then ammonia is mixed with purified and preheated air in the proportion 1:10 by volume. So these are the two important raw materials used in the manufacturing of HNO3. One is ammonia and second one is air. So ammonia is prepared by Haber's process. This purified ammonia is vaporized in a continuous steam evaporator and the air is compressed to 6.8 atmospheres. It is again filtered and preheated to about 300 degrees Celsius. So this ammonia is mixed with purified and preheated air in the proportion of 1:10 by volume. The mixture of gases, that is NH3 and air, is compressed to a pressure of 100 psi. So it is the flow sheet for the manufacture of HNO3. By using that we can explain the manufacture of HNO3 by Ostwald's process. Anhydrous ammonia is evaporated to ammonia vapor in a continuous steam evaporator. Then this air is compressed to 100 psi, preheated to 300 degrees Celsius and filtered. Then the ammonia and air, it is the mixture of gases, ammonia air mixture, containing about 10% of ammonia is passed over the platinum rhodium multilayered silk fine wire gauge, which is kept in a reactor at 750 degrees Celsius. Then the oxidation of ammonia take place here in the reactor. The reaction which take place in the converter or in the reactor, that is 4NH3 plus 5O2, give the formation of 4NO plus 6H2O. As this reaction is exothermic, the external heating is required only to start the reaction. Then these hot gases emerging out of the reactor are cooled in a heat exchanger and mixed with air before taking into the oxidation tower. The nitric oxide, that is NO, is oxidized to nitrogen dioxide, NO2. The resulting gases are cooled in a cooler where the little HNO3 is formed because of the presence of water vapor and NO2 in the gases. The HNO3 and cooled gases are now taken in the absorption tower. The absorption tower is a big stainless steel vessel. The gases enter at the bottom along with excess of air. Water is allowed to flow down. This purified water is allowed to flow down from the top of the tower. Here the absorption of NO2 in water take place, forming the HNO3, that is 60% HNO3. Then nitric acid is obtained at the bottom, which is about 60%, 57 to 60%, and the waste gases are allowed to expel from the top of the tower. So here is the exit of waste gases, which is allowed to expel from the top of the tower. So this is the complete process which can be shown with the help of the flow diagram. So it is the flow sheet for the manufacture of HNO3, which involves the compressor, evaporator, reactor, oxidation tower, and this one is absorption tower. Then we get the formation of HNO3, that is 60% HNO3 at the bottom of the tower, and the waste gases are allowed to expel from the top of the tower. Again, by using this we can explain the manufacture of nitric acid. The platinum rhodium catalyst used in the manufacture, the mixture of gases ammonia and air in the proportion 1:10 volume. Oxidation tower, the oxidation of NO occurs into NO2, twice NO plus O2 give the formation of twice NO2, and in the absorption tower there is the formation of nitric acid with the help of water, purified water from the top, and nitric acid, the diluted nitric acid is obtained at the bottom of the absorption tower. The converter which is used in the manufacture of nitric acid, it is made up of aluminum and fitted with platinum rhodium gauge chamber 23 cm into 34 cm. The chamber is shut at the base with a silica top. The gauge is at first wound to 800 degrees Celsius electrically, and from that point no outside heating is required, as oxidation of ammonia is an exothermic reaction. A blend of ammonia and clear air, which is having the volume proportion 1:8 or 1:10 volume of NH3 and air, is then advanced through the gauge from the top, and the products yielded leaves from the base. So each 1000 centimeter square region of the gauge produces around 500 kg of nitric oxide in every 24 hours. So it is the converter which is used for the Ostwald's process. So here the mixture of air and ammonia, these gases are present, that will be added from the top, and the product, that is nitric acid, it will be obtained from the bottom of the converter. The reactor or the converter contains platinum rhodium catalyst gauge, which is hexagonal in shape and is about 16 inches in diameter. It is fitted on a horizontal grid metal which is made of nickel chromium steel. There is an electrical heating arrangement for starting the reaction. The complex mixture of gases, that is NH3 and air, is passed over platinum rhodium wire gauge catalyst in a reactor which is heated to 750 degrees Celsius. Here the ammonia is oxidized in a reactor to nitric oxide. So this is the first step which occurs in the manufacture of nitric acid. 4NH3 plus 5O2 in presence of temperature 750 degrees Celsius. The catalyst, that is platinum rhodium, give the formation of 4NO plus 6H2O. This one is the exothermic reaction. So this step is also called as catalytic oxidation of ammonia to nitric oxide. Once the temperature is reached to about 800 degrees Celsius, afterwards the temperature is maintained by the heat of the reaction itself because it is a exothermic process. The hot gases mixture of NO, N2, O2 and steam coming out of the converter is passed through the heat exchanger to lower down the temperature of the gases. Then further reaction occurs in the absorber. The cooled gas is introduced into a stainless steel absorption tower and cooled externally with water. Here more air is added for further oxidation of NO to NO2. So this one is the reaction which occur in the absorber. Twice NO plus O2 give the formation of twice NO2. So here the more air is added for further oxidation of NO to convert it into NO2. The gases are further cooled in S-shaped condensers with cold water. The NO2 form reacts with water and gives dilute nitric acid. So this one is the reaction. NO2 reacts with water, formation of dilute nitric acid, twice HNO3. Waste gases are released from the top of the tower and nitric acid is obtained at the bottom. The nitric acid produced in Ostwald's process is about 61 to 65% concentrated and the conversion of ammonia to nitric acid is about 93%. So this is the manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald's process. We have studied in detail the manufacturing of HNO3 by using Ostwald's process. Now the nitric acid which is obtained by using Ostwald's process having the different concentrations. Nitric acid cannot be concentrated merely by boiling because it forms a constant boiling mixture. Concentration of nitric acid, it is done by using following methods. First one, that is concentration of HNO3 by H2SO4, and second one, concentration of HNO3 by MgNO3 twice. So nitric acid which is obtained by Ostwald's process is dilute, that is about 57 to 60%, and it needs concentration. So it can be concentrated by one of the following methods. So first method, that is concentration of HNO3 by H2SO4. In this process, concentrated sulfuric acid is fed to the top of the silicon iron or stoneware tower and 61 to 65% nitric acid is fed just below the top. The vapors leaving the tower are 90% HNO3. The H2SO4, that is approximate 70% obtained at the bottom, is re-evaporated to 93% or used as a elsewhere in the plant. So sulfuric acid is used for the concentration of HNO3. Second method, concentration of HNO3 by MgNO3 twice. In this process, the magnesium nitrate 70 to 75% solution is fed to a dehydrating tray tower along with the 65% HNO3 from the absorption tower. Magnesium nitrate, it acts as a extractive distillation agent and it removes the water at 100 degrees Celsius. So the magnesium nitrate is also used for the concentration of HNO3. So HNO3 can be concentrated by using one of these methods, that may be concentration by using H2SO4 or concentration of HNO3 by using magnesium nitrate. So in this, the magnesium nitrate method is superior to sulfuric acid method because the operating cost is nearly half and acid quality and also the yield is also improved by using the second method, that is concentration of HNO3 by MgNO3 twice. So in today's lecture we have studied the manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald's process and also the reactions involved in the manufacturing. In next lecture we will see the physico-chemical principles involved in the manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald's process. Thank you.